you're traveling through another dimension. A dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind. A journey into a wondrous land whose boundaries are those of imagination. Your next stop, the Twilight Zone.
Tommy, don't kick the ball so far. Now I had to go across the street to get it. Where did it go?
Is this your ball?
Who said that?
Me.
Why are you in the bushes? Are you hiding?
No. Your ball went back here. I was just getting it for you. Here, I'll kick it to you.
Thanks. Hey, you kick pretty good. What's your name?
Janet.
Mine's Rebecca. You can call me Becky. Why don't you come out of there?
That's all right. I'm okay here.
Don't be silly. Come on out and play kickball with us.
Oh, I would love to, but I'd better not.
Come on.
Do you really think I'm a good kicker?
You can play on my team.
Well, all right. Maybe I can. Maybe it'll be all right.
Yeah, we'll be all right.
Okay, I'm coming out now.
You better hurry. Tommy doesn't like to wait. You're a monster!
No, I'm not.
Stay away from me!
It's just my face. I'm really just like you.
You're not! You're a monster! Get away from me!
Wait! Come back! I kick really good. You said I do. Don't leave. I want to play kickball. I could help you win. You should see. Don't run away. Come back.
You don't have to look at me while we play.
Miss Tyler.
What?
Are you all right?
Where am I? Where did that girl go? Oh, the hospital. I'm in the hospital.
Yes, you're in the recovery room. Must have been having quite a dream.
Yes. Yes, it was the same dream I have every night. Something that happened when I was a child.
Well, you're coming out of the anesthetic now.
So the procedure is over?
It sure is.
Did the doctor say the treatment was successful?
If it was, he didn't tell me. I'm afraid we humble orderlies aren't privy to important information. But all your vital signs are good. I'll be wheeling you out of recovery and over to your room soon.
Do you know when the doctor will be taking the bandages off?
I'm afraid I don't know that either. I'm sure it's frustrating to have those bandages all over your face. Not being able to see and all.
Strangely enough, I'm getting used to it.
You've had this treatment before?
Yes.
How many times?
10.
10? So this was your 11th treatment?
Yes.
I see.
If it didn't work, I'll have to...
Now, don't get yourself upset, Miss Tyler. Right now, the important thing is that you get your rest. You know, Dr. Bernardi is an excellent physician. One of our best.
Yes. He's worked on me a few times before. Oh, will he be in soon? I'd like to talk to him.
Well, I can leave a message for him at the nurse's station if you'd like.
I'd appreciate that.
You just rest now, Miss Tyler, and don't worry about anything.
Thank you.
Hey, nurse, patient 307 wants to see Dr. Bernardi when he's available. She's anxious to find out if the doctor thinks her treatment was successful. It was her 11th.
I know. No wonder she's chomping at the bit.
You didn't get a look at her when she was admitted, did you?
I sure did. I had to turn away. I'm afraid I've got an overactive gag reflex when it comes to those face cases.
I know what you mean.
I'll tell you something. If that were my face, I'd bury myself in a grave someplace. Some people want to live no matter what.
Year, place, circumstances, all indeterminate because this is a story about beauty and ugliness, and it is not dependent on a clock or a calendar. You have been introduced to Miss Janet Tyler, who lives in a very private world of darkness, a universe whose dimensions are the size, thickness, length of a swath of bandages that cover her face. In a moment, we'll join Miss Tyler after she's been moved to her hospital room, and also in a moment, we'll look under the bandages, keeping in mind, of course, that we're not to be surprised by what we see, because this isn't just a hospital, and this patient is not just a woman. Miss Janet Tyler, patient number 307, is recovering from a medical procedure that is only performed in the Twilight Zone.
Nurse, is that you?
Yes. Brought you your sleeping medicine, honey.
Oh. Is it really night already?
It's 9:30.
What about the day?
What about it?
Well, was it a beautiful day? Was the sun out? Was it warm?
Kind of warm.
Clouds? Were there clouds in the sky?
I suppose there were. I never was much for staring up at the sky all the time.
I used to look at clouds a lot when I was little. We had a hill by our house, and I liked to go up there and lay alone in the tall grass and stare up at the clouds. Did you ever do that?
Can't say I ever did.
I used to love the sun on my face, the wind in my hair, and the solitude. I loved being by myself, all alone at the top of the world.
Time to take your temperature now.
Oh, just one other thing.
Well?
When will they take the bandages off? How long do I have to wait?
Until they decide whether they can fix up your face or not.
Oh. I guess it's pretty bad, isn't it?
I've seen worse.
But it's pretty bad, isn't it? I mean, I know it's pretty bad. Ever since I can remember, ever since I was a little girl, people have turned away from me. One of my earliest memories is of a girl screaming when she looked at me. It's something I still dream about. I never wanted to be beautiful. I just wanted people not to scream when they looked at me. When, nurse, when will they take the bandages off my face this time?
You've been waiting so long now, it really doesn't make much difference whether it's 2 days or 2 weeks, does it?
I suppose not.
Now let me take your temperature.
Good evening, nurse.
Hello, Dr. Bernardi.
How's patient 307?
Resting comfortably.
How would you describe her emotional state?
Apprehensive. A bit agitated.
Can't blame her. This is what, her 9th visit?
I've lost count. You have to give her credit. She keeps trying, doesn't she?
Yes. A shame. All her previous treatments were unsuccessful.
Doctor, what would cause such deformity?
I wish I knew. I'm going to check in on her. Come back about 11, nurse. Give her the usual sedative then.
All right, Doctor.
Warm this evening, Miss Tyler?
Hello, Doctor. I thought it was warm. I couldn't be sure, though.
I expect you're uncomfortable under all those bandages.
Oh, I'm used to bandages on my face. Sometimes I think I've lived my whole life inside a dark cave. The walls are gauze, and the wind that blows in from the mouth of the cave always smells of disinfectant. There's kind of a comfort, though, Doctor, to living in this cave. It's so wonderfully private. No one can ever see me. It's hopeless, isn't it, Doctor? I'll never look any different.
That's hard to say. Up to now, you haven't responded to the medication or to the shots or any of the proven techniques. Frankly, you've stumped us, Miss Tyler. Nothing we've done so far has made any difference at all, but we are hopeful of what this last treatment may have accomplished. Unfortunately, your case is one that can't be handled with plastic surgery. Bone structure, flesh type, many factors prohibit this kind of approach, and this is your 11th visit.
No more after this, are there? No more tries?
11 is the maximum number of experiments. No more are permitted after 11.
Now what?
Well, you're kind of jumping the gun, Miss Tyler. You may very well have responded to these last injections. There's no way of telling till we get those bandages off.
But if I haven't responded, then what?
There are alternatives.
Like?
Don't you know?
I know.
You realize, of course, Miss Tyler, why these rules are in effect? Each of us is afforded as much opportunity as possible to fit in with society.
Doctor, may I walk outdoors? May I sit out on the lawn just for a while, just to smell the flowers, just to feel the air, just to make believe, Doctor, to make believe that I am normal. If I sit outside in the darkness, then I know that the whole world is dark. I'm more a part of it that way, not just one grotesque, ugly, deformed woman with a bandage around her face, with a special darkness that belongs just to her. I want to belong. I want to be like other people. Please help me, Doctor.
You're not alone, Miss Tyler. You realize that, don't you? There are many others who share your misfortune. One of the alternatives, should this last treatment prove unsuccessful, well, it would be to simply allow you to move into a special area in which people of your own kind have been congregated.
People of my own kind? Congregated, Doctor? You don't mean congregated, you mean segregated. You mean imprisoned. You're talking about a ghetto now. A ghetto designed for freaks. You know what everyone calls them, Doctor? Ugly camps. They're camps for ugly, deformed freaks like me.
Miss Tyler, the state is not unsympathetic. Your presence here in this hospital attests to this. But you're not being rational. You can't expect to live any kind of life amongst normal people.
I could try. I could wear a mask or this bandage. I wouldn't bother anyone. I'd just go on my own way. I'd take a job, any job. Who are you people anyway? What is this state? Who makes up all the rules and the statutes and the traditions? The people who are different have to stay away from the people who are normal. Well, the state isn't God, Doctor.
Miss Tyler, please.
The state is not God. It hasn't the right to penalize people for an accident of birth. It hasn't the right to make ugliness a crime. Doctor, look. If I walk over here by this window...
Careful, Miss Tyler.
No. I can feel the night out there. I feel the air. I can smell the flowers. Please. Please take this bandage off me. Please take this off me. Take this off me!
No, Miss Tyler, don't tear at the bandages. You could do serious damage to the work we've done. Nurse! Nurse! I could use help here. Get this patient a sedative now.
Excuse me, nurse?
May I help you?
Yes, we're looking for Dr. Bernardi.
If you don't mind, Mr. Smith, I can speak for myself.
Of course, Minister. My apologies.
I believe Dr. Bernardi is with a patient. May I ask who wants to see him?
Just tell him it's the Minister of Relocation.
Of course, Minister. You can wait right over there. I'll just find the doctor for you.
Thank you.
Hey, who's that? He looks like he's from the state.
It's the Minister of Relocation.
Probably here to find out about patient 307, but who's that with him? He's so
grotesque. Isn't it obvious? He's from one of those ugly camps. If patient 307 hasn't changed when they take off the bandages, he'll be here ready to cart her off to Gruesome Gulch.
Miss Tyler?
Oh, Doctor? What time is it?
It's morning.
I've lost track of time.
Easy to do. Those bandages keep you from seeing the daylight. Plus, we've kept you mildly sedated since your outburst a couple of days ago. You slept much of the time.
Oh, is today the day?
Yes.
When?
You're scheduled for 12 noon. Miss Tyler,
Yes?
after I remove your bandages, regardless of the outcome, I must insist that you promise to remain rational. No tantrums, no temperament. You understand?
Yes.
Now, having said that, I want to tell you that you have every reason to be optimistic. You've been fortunate enough to take advantage of some pharmaceuticals that were just recently developed in state laboratories. They've done quite well under testing conditions. Your chances for a successful treatment are very promising. So, let's just keep a hopeful outlook. All right?
I'll try, Doctor.
Dr. Bernardi, I'm sorry to interrupt. May I speak with you a moment?
Of course. I'll see you later, Miss Tyler.
All right, Doctor.
What is it, nurse?
The Minister of Relocation is here to see you.
The Minister of... What does he want?
He didn't say.
I'd better not keep him waiting. You can show him to my office, nurse.
I'll let him know.
Come in.
Dr. Bernardi?
Yes, Minister. So sorry to keep you waiting. How can I help you?
I understand you have a patient here. Patient 307, I believe?
Yes. Janet Tyler is her name.
I know her name, Doctor. I understand that 3 days ago she completed her 11th treatment for facial reformation.
That's correct, sir.
And she is scheduled to have her bandages removed today?
Yes.
Since this was patient 307's 11th treatment, there's a strong possibility that her appearance will not have changed.
Well, I'd like to think that we were successful this time.
But we know the statistics, don't we, Doctor?
The statistics?
The data on those who've had 11 treatments. Only 18 people have ever undergone that many. And of that number, only 2 were successful. That's why I brought Mr. Smith along with me today.
How do you do, Doctor?
Mr. Smith?
Are you familiar with the ugly camp in the north, Doctor?
We prefer to call it a relocation village, Minister.
I'm sure you do.
I'm familiar with it.
Mr. Smith here is to escort patient 307 there, should her appearance remain unchanged.
Shouldn't we wait until the bandages have been removed before making a decision like that?
Experience has shown us, Doctor, that immediate exclusion is best for the patient. If 307's condition remains unchanged, Mr. Smith will ensure that her removal is swift and peaceful.
So the only option for her is segregation?
We prefer to think of it as a repositioning, a transfer, if you will, to a place with others of her disability. But to answer your question, the only other alternative for undesirables is extermination. But you should know, Doctor, that extermination is not an option if she is in good physical condition. In that case, she would simply be relocated.
Has the state considered any other alternatives? Especially for a patient who's tried so hard to conform. It doesn't seem fair that...
Fair? One could infer that you are questioning the judgment of the state, Dr. Bernardi.
Oh, no, of course not, Minister. I'm simply trying to consider what's best for my patient. I wouldn't be much of a physician if I didn't.
An admirable trait, Doctor. Assuming it doesn't take priority over the principles established by our leader.
Of course, Minister. No disrespect was intended.
I'm sure. Well, my business here is complete. Here is the necessary paperwork to fill out if patient 307's condition remains unchanged, and I will leave Mr. Smith here to accompany her to his village. Doctor, I would highly recommend sequestering Mr. Smith someplace where he won't, alarm the patients.
Of course. We have a room down the hall where he can wait undisturbed.
Excellent. Just one more thing, Dr. Bernardi. I assume the hospital knows that every video monitor in every room and every hallway must be tuned to the leader's message today. I understand it will be especially inspiring.
I'm sure it's been taken care of, but I'll confirm that the audio-visual staff knows about it.
Most kind of you. Thank you for your time, Doctor. Good day.
Good day, sir.
Goodbye, Minister.
Goodbye.
I'll show you to a room where you can wait, Mr. Smith.
Thank you, Doctor.
Hey, it's almost time for 307's bandages to come off. The doctor said to be sure and have the anesthetist standing by.
Oh, that's right. I'll set it up now. Of course, it's not for me to say, but I think they spend an awful lot of time and trouble on these face cases, these throwbacks. Why not ship them out in the beginning?
Is that what you'd want? If it were you?
I mean, if it were me, I'd want to follow the rules of the state no matter what I look like. Oh, Anesthesia, we need you for patient 307. I should warn you, she may get violent. Thanks. I'm not saying 307's case isn't tragic, but the rules the leader established are for the good of society. We can't make exceptions for one person, no matter how hard she's tried to conform. Oh, that reminds me. The leader is speaking today. I should turn on the radio.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, our leader.
Just in time.
You're not going to have time to hear it. We have to be in 307's room.
Yeah, I know. For the great unveiling. I just want to hear the beginning.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight I shall talk to you about glorious conformity, about the delight and the ultimate pleasure of our unified society. You recall, of course, that period of time when there was a strange, over-sentimentalized perception that it mattered not if people were different, with foreign elements glued together in a crazy quilt.
Looks like the leader's speech is on every video monitor, just like the minister requested. I guess my meeting with him could have gone better. Hope he didn't think I was questioning the laws of the state. But I've got to remain positive, regardless of what the statistics say. I have to let Miss Tyler see a glimmer of hope through all those bandages. After all, we use the latest medicine, the most up-to-date procedures.
Dr. Bernardi?
Huh? Yes, nurse?
You look deep in thought.
I guess I am. There's a lot to think about today.
Well, the anesthesiologist is on his way. Should we all meet you outside patient 307's room?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll see you there.
Okay, doctor, let's find out if the 11th time is the charm. Hello, Miss Tyler.
Hello, Doctor. There are others with you. It's time, isn't it?
It's time. How are you feeling?
Oh, I'm frightened. This is my last chance, Doctor. My last chance.
I understand, but let's stay positive, all right? Now, I'll tell you precisely what I'm going to do. I'll start to unwind the bandage very gradually. See, the process has to be slow so that you can become accustomed to the light. As you know, the injections may have had an effect on your vision. Now, as I unwrap, I want you to keep your eyes open. And I want you to describe to me the different shadings of light as you perceive it as each layer of bandage comes off.
All right.
Now, if you make any sudden movements or start getting emotional on us, Miss Tyler, I'm going to have the nurses hold you down and have the anesthesiologist put you under sedation. Is that understood?
I promise I won't.
All right, then. Nurse, may I have the scissors?
Here you are, Doctor.
All right, Miss Tyler. I'm going to remove the first layer of bandages now. There. Do you see any light?
Oh, just a little. It looks gray.
All right, now. Just be very quiet. Now, Miss Tyler?
Oh, much brighter. Very bright.
A bit more now. How about now?
Oh, it's bright. It's very bright.
Good. Just a little more. I'm at the last layer now, Miss Tyler.
Oh, I can just distinguish your outline, just vaguely, but I can see you.
Do you want a mirror?
No, thank you, no mirror.
All right. I'm going to remove the last bandage now. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, Miss Tyler. I'm going to remove the last bandage. I want you to remember something, please. Miss Tyler, we have done all we could. If we were successful, all well and good. There are no problems. If, however, this final treatment has not achieved the desired results, keep in mind that you can still live a long and fruitful life among people of your own kind. All right, Miss Tyler, remain very quiet, please. Keep your eyes open. I'm about to remove the last of it. I wish you every good luck. There. That's the final. Oh, no change. Her face has not changed at all.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Look at her. Radiant, supple skin, high, delicate cheekbones, a petite, dainty nose, full, soft lips, and those blue eyes. They seem to offset her features so that her face has a luminous quality. Why, she looks hideous.
Oh, God. I really haven't changed. Not at all.
I'm afraid not. You look exactly the way you did before the treatment.
Oh, no.
Now, Miss Tyler, you need to calm down. Let me get you something.
I don't get it.
I just want to look normal.
After 11 treatments, she still doesn't look even remotely like the rest of us. There's no bony mass protruding over the left eye, no swollen, distended upper lip.
Is that really so much?
Where's the sack of spongy, discolored flesh hanging from the right ear or the peeling,
I don't know,
blotchy skin?
Why don't I look like everybody?
And a nose?
I can't
Is it
answer that,
gnawed
Miss
and
Tyler.
pushed to the side like it should
Sometimes
be?
we can't explain why things like this happen to certain people.
No! No! It's not fair!
Miss Tyler, I warned you.
But I've tried, Doctor. You understand. You know how hard I've tried. Can't they make an exception? I've had 11 procedures. The maximum number. Can't they see that I've tried to conform, to be a part of normal society? Doesn't that count for anything?
I don't make the rules, Miss Tyler. Now please, sit down. We've arranged for you to stay in a place with your own kind.
No! No! I won't go! Let me out of here! Oh! Ah! Oh!
I say to you now,
Come on.
there is no
We have to stop her.
I'll call security.
a permissive
She's running
society.
toward the elevator. Stop her.
Because such
Stop that woman. Don't let her get away.
The door's closed in time. She didn't make it.
Let me out! Let me out of here! I've got to get out of here! Oh! Come
And
back!
now we know that there must be a single.
She's getting away again.
How if I can help you?
Norm,
I'll go through this storage room and cut her off. There's a door on the other side.
entity of people.
Come on, nurse. We'll stop her from
A
backtracking this
single
way.
philosophy of government.
There. I think he's got a corner.
Come on now, Miss Tyler. You need to stop running.
But don't you see? Everywhere I run, everyone looks the same. The doctors, the nurses, the leader on all these video monitors. They're all just reminders. Reminders that I'm different. That I'm a freak.
No, wait.
Cannot permit. We must not permit.
She's gonna throw
the
that support at him.
encroaching sentimentality
Shut
of
up!
past age to weaken
Shut
our resolve. We must cut
I'm
out
tired
all
of
that is
hearing
different,
your rules.
like a cancerous
I
growth.
am not a cancer.
Because such must be the
Is everybody okay?
Yes.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
She's getting away again.
Come on.
I'll find a place to hide. No one ever has to look at me again. I'll find some place out in the country where I can be alone and lay in the tall grass and look up at the clouds. But first I have to find a way out of here. Oh, this is just some kind of waiting room. Oh, maybe I can...
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, get away!
I won't hurt you, I promise.
Miss Tyler, here you are. Now don't be afraid. This is a representative of the group you're going to live with. Oddly enough, you've come right to him.
He looks like a monster.
I'm sorry if my appearance has alarmed you, Miss Tyler, but it's just my face. I'm really just like you.
This is Mr. Smith, Walter Smith. He's in charge of the village group in the north. He'll take you there tonight. You can live among your own kind now.
Miss Tyler?
Yes.
We have a lovely village and wonderful people. I think you'll like it where I'm going to take you. You'll be with your own kind, and after a little while, you'd be amazed how quickly you'll feel a sense of great belonging. You'll feel a sense of being loved, and you will be loved, Miss Tyler. Doctor, would you excuse us?
Of course. Good luck, Miss Tyler.
Miss Tyler,
Yes.
I'd like you to look at me.
I can't.
Please, Miss Tyler. I'm looking at you right now, without turning away. Won't you do me the same courtesy?
All right.
Thank you. Now, What do you see?
I see clear brown eyes, smooth, tanned skin, a trim, straight nose, a firm, square jaw. I see someone who looks different.
That's right. You see someone who understands how you feel. Miss Tyler, I can take you to a place where it doesn't matter if you look different.
Mr. Smith, why are some of us born so ugly?
I don't know, Miss Tyler. I really don't know. But do you know something? It doesn't really matter. There's an old saying, a very, very old saying. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. When we leave here, when we go back to the village, keep that in mind. Try, Miss Tyler. Say it over and over in your mind.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Come on now. We'll get your things and we'll leave.
Now the questions that come to mind: where is this place and when is it? What kind of world where ugliness is the norm and beauty the deviation from that norm? You want an answer? The answer is it doesn't make any difference. Because the old saying happens to be true. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. In this year or 100 years hence. On this planet, or wherever there is human life, perhaps out amongst the stars. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Lesson to be learned in the Twilight Zone.
Eye of the Beholder, starring Virginia Williams, with Stacy Keach as your narrator, was written for The Twilight Zone by Rod Serling and adapted for radio by Barry Rickert. Heard in the cast were Mike Starr, Fernette Lebo, Taisha Davis, Coney Maka Sr., B.J. Jones, John Hugenacher, Patrick Francis, Ernest Scanton, Natalie Pear, and Mary Kay Cambria. The producers of The Twilight Zone wish to thank CBS Enterprises and the Rod Serling Estate for making this series possible. This copyrighted radio series is produced by Carl Amari and directed by Joby Cerny for Falcon Picture Group. Sound design, custom Foley effects, recording, and editing are produced in the Cerny American Sound to Picture Theater by sound designers Craig Lee and Todd Beyer. Music for The Twilight Zone is provided by CBS and American Music Company Incorporated, New York. To learn more about the Twilight Zone radio dramas and to download episodes, including 3 free episodes on our homepage, visit our official website at twilightzoneradio.com. Doug James speaking.